Good morning, people. Let's kick it for a minute. I know y'all been waiting for some bomb shit from me, but I'm optimizing the platform. I'm getting everything in order. Total domination. There's never gonna be a situation where you see me in front of this camera more than a celebrity. So I ain't gonna beat my platform down with live streams. He said, yeah, son bugged out. Yeah, we got to talk about that. He said, you already up dribbling. Make sure y'all grab my new t-shirt. Re-up with everything. My son keep kicking me and shit. Good morning. Are y'all keeping up with this situation with this dude straight drop? He's kind of bold. He said St. Louis. Good morning. You trying to get on my camera? Trying to say what's up? Say good morning.
Good morning.
My baby's sick, so I'm at home. How can I get the shirt? www.therealdribble.com, or you can go to my Instagram page, Dribble God Athletics. He said, all that for what? He's still a fugitive. Baltimore, good morning. I'm gonna keep to myself. Good morning, people. You go down there with your mom. He said he gonna get 50 years, all that for temporary clout. How do you be having those types of feelings in you and you be around a person? He was around Dolph. He's in pictures of Dolph. How do you have that type of contempt for a person and just be acting like everything's cool until the opportunity presents yourself to kill him? He said straight drop need to turn himself in because the streets is on him. Black men don't turn in. Black men don't turn in. That's just totally out of the question. Why turn yourself into a system that's gonna cheat, manipulate, and abuse you anyway? Even if he did do something, he knows what's gonna happen when they get a hold of him. Close his door. Tennessee first-degree murder on trial, found guilty as death. He said he got caught in Indiana last night. Yeah, right. Street beef, bro. He got caught in Indiana. Oh, they caught him. He was in Indiana. He was in Indianapolis. A lot of niggas from like Chicago, Detroit, and Memphis hustle in Indianapolis. They be in Indiana. He said there's a bunch of straight drops in every city. They got both of them. I don't understand how you could be around a person like that and have those types of devilish intentions. Did y'all see the video? I don't know what to think of his rapping because I was too consumed by trying to look at images. But I seen somebody from Memphis who's aware of him did a video breakdown. He did a whole bunch of sneak dissing in that video, mainly the Bass Pro Shop logo that he showed on the front of that building. That was just sick. He said Indiana is only 8 hours from Tennessee, driving distance. He said, nah, he was in Terre Haute, where the Fed pen is at. That's where they got death row at. Good morning. Bass Pro Shop logo on the pyramid. Yeah, I thought that was bold. And then you going to jail. If they convict you, you going to jail as a hater and shit. This deeper than people think. He just a fall guy. Boy was used as a crash dummy. You think so? I do think it's deep. I do think it's deeper than what people know. They was also trying to say he gave explanation on why he killed Dolph in a music video. He says something like Dolph did it to his man or something like that. Peace. If anybody is in here this morning familiar with NFTs, hit me up on Instagram at I am Gully TV _. Hit me this morning. They said Yo Gotti's lawyers representing old boy too. Oh really? Y'all believe that? Is that for real? That's a hell of a statement. It's just messy. That whole situation is messy. Good morning. Now what happens? They caught him. Now what happens? He got to go. He has to go back to Memphis to be prosecuted. He said, "I don't believe that." Supreme Babe, I don't believe it either. That's too much of a that's a statement being made. The skinny one is taller than the one with the Draco. If Bass Pro is Cornelius and he's 5'6" and Drop is 5'8", none of them are chubby like the shooter. What the fuck is going on? He said, "What up, Gully? You sick?" Nah, my back is sore from working out and shit. I'm just kind of like taking it easy. I'm about to actually go back to the gym in like an hour and shit. He said, "I heard the same about the lawyer. Why people want Yo Gotti to be a part of this so bad? Typical nigga shit. Anything that will contribute to more drama." How do you think he ended up getting out early on that triple shooting? What triple shooting? Arthur Horn is the lawyer's name. Horn is not just a CMG lawyer. He's one of the premier lawyers in general, like Scott Hall is for Dolph and Skinny Pimp. Hell, Scott Hall is my lawyer. Top of the morning to you too, John Smith. Stress will make you lose weight in 30, 60 days after that type of drama. Yeah, you will lose weight with the quickness. He said at the bowling alley. Justin Johnson was jailed in 2018. I was reading a report on him last night, and they said he got past federal drama. He might be out on federal release or federal parole or something like that. At the bowling alley, straight drop, shot up. He only did 6 months, I think. Oh, he been clapping shit. He been warming it up. It ain't cool to have them shooters around, man. Don't be having them shooters around. They don't discriminate. Shooters don't discriminate. Muscle don't discriminate either. Niggas be having guys around to protect them and shit. Once them niggas get any inclination that you pussyfooting, they might turn their focus on you. He said he's one of Dolph's old shooters and Key Glocks, man. Yeah, I heard that Key Glock feels some type of way because he brought dude around. Ronald Ruffin, what up? He said, all you got to do is read his damn Instagram. Instagram says lawyer for CMG. Oh, so Gotti is making a statement with this. Gully, you got the IG page again because I followed it. What's the name of the page? Chris Craft, Arthur Horn, all of them motherfuckers together. They represent everybody in Memphis if you got a little bread. My man said rumors. Good morning, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on some podcast and shit, man. They announced that I was 129 in the nation. In the whole United States. I got to crack that 100. They just beat my Lakers. Memphis just beat my Lakers. He said, when we get in part 2 of the DC State Safe Streets, I got to do some more research on it. When I mean research, I named the super predators for y'all. Now I'm going to go down into, certain super predators, and I might tell you a story about Larry Gooch or Oscarville or Tommy Adeline or Kenny Man or some shit like that. DC dying for it. Y'all ain't getting no more content like this, man. When this is over, that's why I did it. The Safe Streets Task Force, that's going to put a cap on all the drama in DC. From here on out, y'all going to get a dose of all the good DC people, like A. Marie, Marvin Gaye, Max Julian. There's others. You going to get that. Y'all not going to just... We not going to max out with the ignorant shit. He said, you about to be #1. He said, I subscribe to the podcast. I ain't got that many followers on there, but my numbers is up. People ain't really following, but my numbers is up. My downloads and streams is up. I need y'all to follow, man. Be a part of this shit. He said Gully was amped. The Lakers was beating bums and got washed by John the Grizzlies. They seem to have our number. We gonna play them niggas again. That's all right. We'll get with them again. He said the Safe Streets Task Force was destroying the black community. Not according to the report. The report says after the Safe Streets Task Force removed the 20 super predator targets, crime was reduced significantly in the nation's capital. It say crime was reduced when the super predators was removed from the streets. Play that shit back. If you didn't get it the first time, play it back. Does Shorty Pop son do music? Yes, he does. His name is Pop Legendary. His name is Pop Legendary. I interviewed him on my platform. He said, I want to see them clowns crying on their pillows. Man, jail, it just ain't the place to be at this point, especially if you old. If you close to 30 and shit like that, 50 years will tuck you in. 40 years that'll tuck you in forever. He said the Grizzlies just beat Golden State last night. Steph ain't shooting too good. He said, I definitely think you should get more involved with the Dolph case. They behind on time as far as what to expect from a Fed case or a murder case. I don't understand. I know what you get for life in Pennsylvania. They give you natural, I know what you get for murder one. They give you natural life. Young Dolph's murder was a high profile joint. They should start making that shit federal. Killer Entertainer is federal. Straight Drop had beef with RR and Grape Street. That's Key Glock and Gucci artists. Big Scar Street crew and Big Moochie and Jay Fizzle was beef with Dolph inevitable. I don't know none of them niggas you just named. He said Grizz on 11-game win streak. I bid it with Calvin Smith when he was being held at Montgomery County Detention Center by the feds after he did 10 in Lorton. Montgomery where? Outside of Philadelphia. prison institutions are far worse than previous decades, especially the feds. That's all of I seen somebody talking about that the other day. That's the gang. That's all them RICO cases. That's the gang members that they've invaded the federal system. The wild, typical low life, violent offenders. They normally be state cases. The federal system used to be for big boys, niggas who was handling money crimes, just real high caliber criminals used to go to the feds. They called it some of them club fed, like what was depicted in the movie. I think it was Carlito's Way when they was in the jail and they was eating sausage and making spaghetti and shit like that. I talked to some older federal inmates that was in the feds in the 80s and 90s. They said some of them jails was really like that. Them Italian niggas was cooking spaghetti and had sausage and loaves of bread and all kind of shit. It ain't like that no more. Now you got the government sending 30 niggas, indicting 30 niggas, sending all of them to the federal system. Some of these guys are just regular around the way street corner drug dealers who was just serving nicks, just serving nicks and dimes in their projects and shit. The whole crew get indicted. Now all of them niggas is in a federal joint in Tennessee or Texas and shit. And before you know it, it's getting hectic in the federal system. He said Goodfellas. Okay, it was Goodfellas. What movie did I say? Heat or some shit? It used to be just like that, though. I've talked to dudes that... I talked to a black dude who told me... it was a funny story. Matter of fact, Dexter Isaac said it. Dexter Isaac told me that he was in a federal joint, and, you know, Dexter Isaac, they from the islands. He's Trinidadian, I think. He said they was cooking. He was in the kitchen cooking, and it was smelling real good. And one of them white boys said, "Hey, man, that shit smell good as fuck. What y'all over there cooking this shit?" And they was like, "Man, this is this." Whatever it was an island dish. They was like, "You want some?" So the white boy looked around and shit, because they not allowed to be mingling with no niggas. The white boy looked around and snuck over there to where they was at, and they gave him a couple spoonfuls, let him taste it. Said, dude was like, "Damn, this shit good." But he had to sneak off and go back to be with his people. They ain't supposed to be interacting like that. But the cooking aspect of it was true. He said, "You said Carlito's Way." Okay, my bad. He said, "Everything you just said, 100%. I did 13 straight." He said, "Been tuning in for a little bit before I hit the gym. I'm going to start trying to spark y'all in the morning. I seem to have a little influence in the morning in regards to, you know, getting off to having a good day and going to the gym and shit." Sun Gaze or Reg, peace to you and peace to all the gods in the chat. He said, "Part 2, I'm going to make it good for y'all, man. I'm going to make it good and informative for y'all because I know y'all enjoying it. DC is going crazy. DC is going crazy." I hear from DC every day, "Man, we need more, man. Give us more." Shout out to the Dribble, the first to take off in DC in terms of developing a following for my content. He said, "I'm still waiting for the Grand Poobah. That's going to be a finishing move." Danny Shaw, peace. He said, "Yeah, the Fed's crazy. My cousin out in Beaumont, Texas. What's good with Sean Branch? I'm going to be on Sean Branch's show pretty soon. Maybe in like the next couple of weeks. Me and Shaheem got a documentary coming out. The artwork, the poster will be out this week." I've been mum on things that I got going on, man, because I'm swinging for the fences and shit. He said, "I seen an Italian dude make a grilled cheese with the iron in a rec hall." Pete Rock is suing Nas for what? Need more Detroit content. Doc Hicks been doing nothing lately. Hope he okay. He probably trying to get his shit right. Some of us, me being one of them, Doc Hicks being one too, have developed companies. We got serious companies now. Like, we got to file taxes and everything and shit. So niggas be working. The easiest part is putting the content together, I believe. Illmatic royalties from Pete Rock. Oh, he owe Pete? He said Pete Rock ain't get paid for Illmatic. It'd be so much messy shit going on in the music business. The WWF, formerly known as the WWF, the WWE is suing Griselda. The nerve of them white folks. The nerve of them white folks. The nerve of them white folks, man. They suing Griselda. Griselda injected energy into that whole WWE brand, like the whole wrestling thing, the whole wrestling culture. They can thank West Side Gun. He pointed to, he shined a light on the WWE. They turned around and sued him. Vince don't play around, man. Vince a dirty dude, man. He said, yeah, he's suing Nas for royalties. He said they know they got the bag. So it was Chris Benoit's voice. He said the nerve. They need to give West Side percentages. That's crazy that they did like that. Like, West Side Gun and them was causing people to go to wrestling events. You would think that they would have tried to collaborate with him. They should have collaborated with him and would have. Imagine Griselda doing a tag team. He said Chris Benoit dead though. They ain't going for that if the guy's dead. He said all that merch using wrestlers' likenesses. It's my understanding that you could use somebody's likeness as long as you put that bar across their eyes and like basically desecrate the image. And it's good. He said, I wasn't even thinking about WWE until they brought him back to memory. Facts. He probably not licensed to use those voices and sound bites. Why would he do it if he wasn't licensed? He got to know that they was going to come for their money. Vince should collab with them on merchandising. Griselda used more old WWF clips. Than what WWE use. West Side Gun and Griselda plugged in pretty good with the corporate record labels, Eminem, Jay-Z, etc. They'll find a way to negotiate with the stupid WWE. He said you have to redact the eyes. That's correct. Speaking of art, is there anybody in here capable of creating NFTs? There's an app in the Apple Store, the Apple App Store. There's a few apps to create NFTs, but you got to be an expert, man. You putting on, you adding color and filters, and if anybody nice at this shit, hit me up on Instagram. I got a job for you. WWE been trash since they changed from WWF. Who was your favorite wrestler from WWF? Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. I met Andre the Giant before. Andre the Giant actually, he was so tall. I was a little guy. He rubbed my head and shit. Like, what's up, shorty? Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant was huge. I met Andre the Giant in back when they was cutting his hair off. When when he was fighting Big John Studd and Ken Patera. That was larger than life. That's my era. I met Andre. He said, wow, you better. Yeah, I really met him. He was huge. He was huge. Big ass. He looked at Italian, just huge, man. Big ass hands, man. Nigga put his hand on my head and shit. I was like, damn. He said, I remember Big John Stud was a problem. They said Andre the Giant didn't. I seen Andre's documentaries. He got quite a few. Y'all check one out. They said Andre the Giant didn't like Big John Stud. They said he used to fuck him up for real. He didn't like him because he was a big dude. He was the only one of the only other big wrestlers in the league. So whenever he got a hold of him, he'd fuck him up. They said he almost killed Iron Sheik before. Said he didn't like Iron Sheik. They said he beat Iron Sheik to death almost. They said Iron Sheik was trying to climb out the ring and shit. Andre wouldn't let him go and shit, pulling him back in the ring, dogging him. Can y'all imagine this big motherfucker just beating on you and shit? Like, they said he would get attitudes and start beating on his motherfucking, on his co-workers and shit. He said, my high school football coach was Earthquake Ferris. I met Jimmy Superfly. Andre the Giant was my favorite, but nobody was more popular with black people than Superfly. Superfly Snooker. That was the black wrestler. There was others, Tony Atlas and all of that, but none of them niggas as big as Superfly. Batista was the shit. Y'all got me talking about wrestling. The Haitian kid lived on my block. Kurt Hennig had them hands. Cocaine and steroids and wrestling went together like burger and fries. It's a story of a murder, a wrestling murder. The dude got away with it. It happened in Puerto Rico. A guy got stabbed in front of everybody. He said the Curtis Mayfield song set it off. Look at y'all naming all these old wrestlers. Good morning. Subscribe to the channel. Bruiser Brody got stabbed. Yeah, he got killed in Puerto Rico in front of Tony Atlas and a bunch of other people. I seen that special. That was disturbing. When you go to certain countries, man, if you ain't down, they could do whatever they want to do to you. He said that's how a lot of them ended up being on opiates. Remember Ahmad Johnson? Yeah, black guy. Big guy. He said Shiv stabbed Arn Anderson. He said, I can't lie, the AZ interview going down good on Vlad. He filling in a lot of blanks, but Alpo's dead now, so he gonna say whatever he want, and I don't know how accurate it is. He said, watch The Dark Side of the Ring. I watch it all the time. Junkyard Dog died driving across country to go to his daughter's graduation. He got there late and missed the graduation and turned around and tried to drive back to where he was from, and he allegedly fell asleep. Xavier Banks from the Dribble God Elite. What is a black life worth? Damn, that sounded bad. I've seen a picture of Lex Luger. Lex Luger look like a smoker right now and shit. Them niggas look bad when all them steroids and shit is over. Lex Luger look like a smoker. He actually looks like a dandelion. Nigga skinny as fuck. He got a big ass head. Look like a watermelon and shit. Make sure y'all grab my new shirt. Re-up with everything. That's something that you need to apply in life. Re-up with everything. Give it all your all. Don't leave nothing out. I got a variety of colors. I got red and white, blue and white, black and white. Boom, boom. He said, hey, Z had a couple hits with the Mob Style crew. Yeah, he was actually a rapper briefly. The Booker T interview on Ghetto Boys podcast was pretty good. We have to figure out, not just me, everybody, a way to continue to exist in this media shit. Everybody, everybody. I mean, everybody is interviewing folks now. Everybody. There's nothing unique about what I do anymore. Everybody's doing interviews. Um, it's just a big mess. You gotta find something, a way of packaging shit that's making it dope. That's why I'm taking my time with this murder unit thing, my last installment. He said, where can I get them beanies you be wearing? On my website, www.therealdribble.com. Get you one. It's called the Marvin Gaye. He said, that's where NFTs come in. You're going to start a podcast. I'm already on podcast platforms. I'm number 129 in the United States. I only been out probably a month. One of the top niggas doing this shit early. Check me out. I'm on all platforms. Apple, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify, all of them. What's your take on the Mob James situation? I'm glad you asked me that. I've been watching Mob James online as long as y'all been watching him on Vlad TV. If you listen to the man speak, you can tell that he's been through a lot of shit and a lot of hurt. When he speaks, he don't speak aggressively. He speaks vulnerably. He's always spoken vulnerably. You dig what I'm saying? He probably grew up in the gang culture. A person don't have to stay in that shit till they die. He seemed to be very, very deeply affected by his brother being killed. He said that after his brother got killed, he was like, did nobody want to get busy? He said, wasn't nobody trying to do nothing and shit, so I went on about my way and shit. It sounded like somebody hurt, disappointed, and probably overwhelmed by George. His name was George Williams. That's who allegedly was doing all that killing. They was in a feud with another blood. He said, man, by the time everything was over with, George was in jail, all them niggas was in jail. He liked the last person. He said, after my brother got killed and after all of that stuff, I moved to Vegas. Sound to me like the man didn't have nothing else to do but try to be normal. If you listen to what he said, I went to the penitentiary in 1988. I got out, never went back to prison. He said, in 1992, I went to the county jail, me and Ace. Briefly, he said, after I got out, he said, I knew I couldn't continue to live like this. I had to change my life. So I moved to Vegas. Boom. His life has changed. This is a different person. Everything that people was bringing up, disrupting this man's spirit, is from 20-something years ago. He's not even this type of person anymore. So I don't know what he did, and I don't care. I know that he's not that person right now. And a man should be allowed to grow. He sounds like he's trying to grow and live a normal life. Just listen to him. Listen to him. So he said, what y'all condoning ratting? I never established where the ratting part was at. I listened to Reggie Wright's platform, and they was like, y'all talking about ratting, but where do y'all see James McDonald doing any ratting in his paperwork? And I never got an idea of what the fuck he did, period. He said, that's them demons trying to haunt you. I believe that, trying to bring you back down, yeah, I believe the crabs in a barrel isn't just a physical thing, it's a spirit too. He said, that's them demons. Big Neff said, rats have a story too. So what exactly did he do? It's a guy named FG and another guy who was explaining a drug case. But again, I didn't see anything, so I don't know. The dude he told on is a street gang. His name is FG. I just said that. I just said that. But like I said, I didn't see it. I seen FG did some videos, but I didn't see it. Now, he did tell another blood member on a drug transaction. He wore a wire. FG told the story Mob James brought the feds to a sale. Alex Alonzo need to stop stirring up this mess. I have not seen paperwork. Me neither. My man said 4 ounces. So he booked somebody with a big 8. I am Gully TV _ Good morning, everybody. Like this video. We ain't even got 100 likes. It's almost 500 of y'all here. Hassan Campbell is destroying the Bloods. The Bloods is over with. Why would the Bloods still be relevant after all we seen? They don't even serve no purpose. They don't even serve no purpose. I seen people affiliated with the Bloods or whatever at the. There was a tragedy in the Bronx where 19 people was killed in a fire. I seen some guys with blood ties up there doing God's work. Aside from that, I don't understand what purpose it even served. I know it served a purpose in prison. It protected black men, gave black men a line of security in jail, but on the streets, it hasn't proven to be effective. He said, because y'all only see the bozos, not the ones doing their thing. Okay. He said, go to Alex Alonzo Street Talk. They show photos of the date in question, episode 12 or 13. Gully, you think we all have demons? I don't try to exist with no devilish man. I don't have no devilish motive. Some people do. Some people do. Some people do. When you see somebody do something rotten or evil for no reason, spreading a rumor on a motherfucker for no reason, making fun of somebody for no reason, these are all devilish traits and shit. There are devilish, evil people amongst us. I think what we need to do is point them out. They shouldn't be able to blend in amongst us. He said, John Morant always kills my Lakers. These gangs are the most cancerous thing to the community than everything. He said, Bloods serve no purpose, so you saying Crips do? I don't know of either one of them serving any purpose that's positive. I know in the beginning, Crips stand for Community Revolution and Progress, and it was established to do things in the community. But as of late in recent years, black people refer to each other as the ops. And it's just a whole lot of devilish shit going on in the world. Bloods protect old people and kids. All my QBs was up every morning along sure they took us to school if we missed the bus. Where you from, Cali? I don't got no Bloods walking nobody to school on the East Coast. They probably try to rob your kid on the way to school. He said, John Moran is a serious problem. Y'all see that two-hand block he did on L.A.? That nigga's way the fuck up there. He almost hit his head. Bloods are a joke. Many are bitter and broke. That's what what's my man? Charleston White. He said all the Bloods. He said the Bloods and Crips, they all broke. He said they all bums. Arvis, whatever, said y'all strong behind monitors. Fuck your gang, clown. You niggas don't get no fucking money. You niggas want some fucking acknowledgement for being violent. Fuck your gang, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look at your attitude. You think you gonna come in here and establish something with your mouth? Fuck your gang, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck going on with the Crips and Blood. We don't even fucking care. You dig what I'm saying? But we do know them niggas ain't about no fucking money. They all over the internet begging and shit. Niggas all over the fucking internet asking for fucking donations, fighting each other. The nigga China Brim made up some shit on Jim Jones. This nigga made up some shit on Jim Jones and then tried to get a motherfucking made up case to a out-of-towner, to a nigga from Cali to put on a New York nigga. Dumb shit. Dumb shit. So that's probably one of the worst things to be right now. Don't be a gang member. Don't be a gang member. Them niggas a mess. Motherfuckers was hitting me up talking about, yo, what you think about China Brim? You gonna interview China Brim? Fuck no. I ain't interviewing none of these niggas. I ain't talking to none of these niggas. These niggas fuck up platforms. These niggas fuck up platforms, man. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? These niggas just be appearing. You know what we finding out? We finding out how many bum niggas they picked up. Because they already said it. They wanted numbers. They wasn't screening the niggas that they was taking into the Bloods on Rikers Island. They didn't care who you was. They just needed manpower. You down to cut somebody? You down to ride? Come on. You dig? So these niggas get back on the streets and they are nothing. These niggas didn't read no books. These niggas didn't prepare themselves for their release. And what you have is a bunch of ignorant ass niggas thinking that they're gonna look at YouTube and become overnight famous or wealthy from doing dumb shit. I'm from Cali. There are no gangs in the entire state doing anything productive. They do nothing but create murder, mayhem, and chaos. That's what it seems to be. He said, damn, you can't put all the Bloods in the same category as J-Cats. He said, J-Cat, this nigga from the Bay Area. See, I get to learn all the lingo from moving around the United States. J-Cat, that means cornball in the Bay Area. I used to crack up when them niggas say that. J-Cat ass nigga. Let me see what else. They got another funny word. J-Cat, fagged off. When the chick run off with their money, they say she fagged off on them. Oh, shit. He said, lump us all together. He said, J-Cat mean crazy in Los Angeles. Okay. I'm in Europe, too. I don't plan on leaving either. Good morning, everybody. Y'all like this video? Good morning, sir. What's up?
Do you know where my other blanket is?
There you go. My son got a blanket he brought home from the hospital when he was a baby. He's 5 now. He brought a blanket, 2 blankets home from the hospital when he was a baby, when he was born, 5 years ago. He won't lay down without them. The Bloods in Mississippi and Arkansas are really about their community. Snow Billy became a Blood in Arkansas. He said J-Cat mean Buster, Mark. Locked in from a barbershop in Brixton, South London in the building. Shout out to South London. I was out there. Mm-hmm. Oxford Circus, all of that. Mm-hmm. What you think about older dudes and these gangs instead of progressing they're worse than the younger ones? I don't choose to comment on what these niggas be doing. Like they're doing it publicly, so you kind of get an idea what type of mental capacity they in. But I don't have nothing good to say about them because they not doing nothing impressive. I seen Mel Cross and some brothers at the tragedy in the Bronx offering a hand and manpower, but I can't speak for everybody else and shit. I only can speak on what I see. Your thoughts on Whack 100 Clubhouse app being a fair honeypot? Do the app belong to Whack 100? Do the app belong to Whack 100? Jay Tatum, appreciate your super chat. I saw the news snippet about the Bronx fire. What I don't understand is why wasn't there more energy given by the community to put the culprit's head on a stick? You think somebody started that fire? They said that it was started from a space heater, probably. God bless all the gang members who are moving in ways to uplift their communities. There are far and few between. I don't understand how people not even active but be on the internet promoting that blood life. Motherfuckers be 40, 50 years old still banging on the internet. Take care of your grandkids. Them old guys seen Charleston White, who is Crip, make 4,500 in a month playing on YouTube, and now they want in. Them senior citizens want in. Does Clubhouse belong to Whack 100? I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. If you tell me if does it belong to him? He said they be using them cheap brown extension cords, them space heaters. Them space heaters melt them brown cords. Problem with gangs is most are uneducated, the blind leading the blind. He has percentages. Somebody said no, he does not. Clubhouse belong to white folks. Arvis Arvidas. I want to say hi to all my homies and Lativia who grinding all day, every day, working on my blocks. Say what up. Whack has to be a seed investor or something. He said dollar store space heaters and extension cords. He has a percentage of Clubhouse. Okay. According to my man here, he has a percentage of Clubhouse. I don't know what that means, but he seems to be the most outspoken or have the most say so on Clubhouse. I believe y'all give him that power. I believe the people who tune in give him that power. I believe y'all tune in to see what type of nigga shit he could be on a day, because that's all he do is nigga shit. It's always this person snitched, this paperwork on this. Mob James and all them niggas is from Cali. He just, raising hell and shit, just doing whatever. I've never been on Clubhouse. I never even downloaded, I guess it's an app. I never been on it. I never opened it up. I never seen any reason to be on the motherfucker. I haven't. Why would I want to sit around and debate and talk to some people who aren't professionals and shit? Clubhouse became prominent during the pandemic. These people couldn't do no shows. They couldn't perform, and they had very little talent. So what they did was they said, we're going to combine all of our popularity. It don't matter what they be talking about on them platforms. Y'all still going to tune in because there's 2, 3 famous motherfuckers on there. You know what I'm saying? So I just I just do me, man. He just celebrity bouncing from room to room just cause he whack. Nah, he said they worked out some type of partnership because he made it popular. Blood's 40, 50, living with people, sleeping on couches, living out of glad bag suitcases, refusing to get a job, but internet panhandling. Hmm. Everything they say can be used against him in a court, first of all. I'm pretty sure the police sit and watch Clubhouse on a flat screen, listen to everything said, take pictures of people, investigate people, the whole nine. Compton Menace exposed Whack 100 for getting percentages off of Clubhouse. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with him hustling? Because everything that he's done in the last 6 months, year, it's all of it has strengthened his brand. Um, Getting Tekashi 6ix9ine to speak, or interviewing 6ix9ine, all of this shit has enhanced the Whack 100 brand, which I don't see anything wrong with. I don't see anything wrong with him strong on the Clubhouse. I don't. I don't see anything wrong with him doing what he's doing on Clubhouse. Why is he doing it? Does he have the most extreme personality? Does he have the most extreme personality? Does he speak better than others? I don't see him doing anything wrong. Um, I don't. I don't. I holla at you, Arvidas, whatever the fuck your name is. He said, what is his brand? Whack 100 is his brand. Y'all say it every day. Y'all talk about it every day. Y'all come here and talk to me about it every day. Nothing at all. Just clarifying that he does get paid behind Clubhouse, which is smart as fuck. I think the nigga been grinding the last year. I think the 6ix9ine move was smart, was brilliant. Um, I don't think the streets should dictate whatever we got going on in entertainment. The no snitching, we don't talk to snitches and all of that. That's some street shit. Whack 100, he's not in the streets. He's online. Clubhouse helped solve the Young Dolph murder, so people say I don't know. No, it didn't. They start solving that shit on Instagram. They took one look at that nigga with that Bass Pro Shop hat on. They found his ass in an hour. Hey yo, that nigga with the Bass Pro Shop hat on, they was all over that nigga page in an hour. That music video, that straight drop shot, they said, yo, that's the house that the Benz was in front of. They solved that shit online. Sue Surf is the Whack 100 of Twitter spaces. He be going in on Twitter. Sue Surf is relevant. A lot of the situations he be in, they don't be relevant, so they be needing him. He said, I totally agree with you. He's playing a social media game. Yeah, he's doing his thing. He said, Whack got a bag to sit down with 6ix9ine. He has the power of a mediator. What about Twitter spaces? It seems to be the wave for some. I don't go in those rooms. I'm not sharing my platform with nobody like that. You got to pay to get on my shit. If I haven't deemed your story interesting, you can't just get on my shit. All of them rooms on Facebook and I don't know how to use that shit. The rooms on Twitter. I don't want to be in no room with nobody. Not unless I'm pointing the camera at you. I work in tech, Amazon cloud practitioner to be exact. And if you guys only knew what we do with data, why don't you tell us? What's your take on how straight drop knowing Dolph was at the cookie shop at that moment? If a guy's close enough to you to be in your pictures, he might somewhat know you. Y'all might have mutual friends. Not only that, Young Dolph was driving the type of car that you can't hide. So who pays Wack? Y'all pay him. You know what y'all pay him? Y'all pay him attention. That's a form of currency. Long as y'all draw people back to that platform, some doors will open for him. Watching you from Jamaica. Big up yourself. Thank you. Well, they're getting ready to start a podcast, Whack 100 and CEO Reek. If you don't got nothing to bring to the table, you no threat. If Whack 100 start a podcast, will people go on it? Sure, they gonna go on it. They want to be seen. Mm-hmm. He said, "Nah, more like intelligence pays him." My man said that car was fly as fuck. That car told the shooters where he was at. Mac mean, I just drag Whack. He no bueno. Clout kills. That's what I believe keeps him alive. When people make videos about him and shit like that, I think that keeps him alive. I ain't got no Whack 100 video. I don't. I don't got no Whack 100 videos. I don't think I got no Charleston White videos. You can't just get on here like that. I don't give a fuck what you do. You could do backflips in the rain and shit. You just can't get on here like that, man. He said, I saw him at the gas station. Cloud chasing is big business. I don't want no parts of that shit. When I drop something, they gonna talk about this shit in 30 years. They gonna talk about this shit you see on this platform in 30 years. Somebody called me from DC and threatened me. I don't know if he's from DC or not, but I'm pretty sure he was threatening me about the video that I did, the Super Predators list. The Super Predators list. I believe one of them Super Predators, because I didn't accept the call. He started texting me and shit. I don't accept calls from strangers. He was like, he said something about suing me. How the fuck you gonna sue me? Because you killed a bunch of motherfuckers in the 1980s. It's not gonna go away. It's public information. We gonna talk about it. Not only that, the report I have is from the Safe Streets Task Force. Those are the people responsible for doing the investigations. So I don't know how you plan on suing me for a document from the feds and shit. He said, I won't make no more responses, period. That's wisdom. I don't think he demand them. I don't. I don't. I think he just be clowning this shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he first started. Y'all remember where Whack 100 first came from? Bet you y'all don't even remember. Whack 100 got his name for knocking down a clout chaser. Remember Stitches? I wonder where that crazy ass white boy is right now. With all them tattoos on his face and all that crazy shit. Whack 100 punched that boy out of rap. Whack 100 punched Stitches out of rap, yo. After that, that's where he came from. He punched Stitches in Miami and the Whack 100 legend is born. He said Whack laid Stitches out. What happened to Stitches? He said that car was like Frank Lucas wearing them chinchillas at the Ali fight. He said the chinchilla with an ER. He managed him now. Stitches don't have a career anymore. Managing for what? Ain't nobody listening to that shit. I believe Stitches was the first 6ix9ine. Does 6ix9ine still Stitches flow? Does 6ix9ine still Stitches whole little thing? Whack his manager. But he don't have a career anymore after he got punched out. That was the end of it. I had Stitches on camera one time. It's probably still on this platform somewhere. I pointed the camera at him. We was talking for a few minutes, and I asked him a question about game. He was like, he down here. This motherfucker was about to take off on my camera. This motherfucker was about to take off running on my camera, man. I couldn't believe this shit. And he's a big motherfucker. Stitches is big. If somebody ever seen him, he like 6'3", 250 or something like that. Payroll, I swear to God, this happened in Miami, in front of it was outside of Fountain Blue. Fountain Blue was letting out. What the fuck is that club inside the hotel? It's old now. We was going there all the time a couple years ago. What was the club? It's Fountain Blue, right? What's that club in the lobby of the hotel, man, that was popping some years ago? It ain't like that no more. Club Live. Right. I seen him outside of Club Live. I was interviewing, Liv was letting out. I pointed a camera at this motherfucker, man. I asked this nigga a question about game, man. He was about to take off. TV. What's going on? He said, wasn't Whack 100 the game manager? He was, but you never see them together anymore. You don't never see them talking anymore. Game been doing bad. Game been around here doing verses for a couple $100. I know it's somebody that was following me on IG got a game verse for like 400. I heard that he be doing verses for niggas, but you can't use it. You have to sign off or something of that nature. So I heard it was like a scam. He said there's a video called The Rise and Fall of Stitches. He said somebody seen that car in the hood and word spread faster than the Omicron. So allegedly, Straight Drop was caught last night in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now the bullshit is gonna take off. Now the bullshit is gonna take off. For real. My man said, I got a game verse for a band. Can you use it? Game can rap. Whack 100 was known as Cash back then and came out in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood as Ray J's friend. Word? Said they called him a terror hut. Fuck you at the you in the same state as the federal prison death chamber. Guess he thought that was some place that he could hide. He said straight drop about to tell. I don't know whether he gonna tell or not. He better be a tough guy when he get to that county jail where he going. You'd have made a video with that Bass Pro Shop logo shit on it. Even if you didn't do it, niggas gonna take you as being funny about the shit. Game got bars. He do. Spot him, got him. So that's how Ransom and Rome Streets got a game verse. You picked that up, huh? You picked that up. That game is on the Rome Streets and Ransom. That's Rome's. That's Rome Streets project. And he didn't put Game's name in the credits on the Yeah, he didn't put Game's name in the credits, so you had to listen to the album to find out the Game was on there and shit. And he actually got a dope verse from him. I asked, I said, damn, you done put Game's name on the track list and shit? He was like, nah, for whatever reason. But Game owed $7 million to that girl from his show. He gotta have paid that shit down. M got bars too, Gully. I don't know how you don't think M hip hop. Come on, Gully. Eminem is hip hop. He on a song with Jay-Z. It's called Renegade. He hip hop. But if you think that he's better than Sadat X, or if you think he's better than Spice One, or Guru, or Fife Dog, or Most Def, or I can go on and on. Big Daddy Kane, Cool Kim from the UMCs, now known as New York Oil. If you think that Eminem is better than them niggas, you're on good drugs, and you should share them with the rest of the chat. He said Eminem tore up Jay-Z. Nobody ever tore Jay-Z up. Don't you know Jay-Z was on a song with Esco called The Black Republicans, right? Jay-Z and Nas, Black Republicans, right? He didn't get tore up by Nas, but he got tore up by Eminem. Fuck out of here. He said Spice One is fire. I heard a song with him rapping in a stutter flow. It was crazy. Spice One rap his ass off, and he said that he created that blow. Uh, what else he used to say? Giggity gangsta, giggity, all of that Jamaican shit. He said he used to be playing around in the booth doing that shit, just playing around. And then he said he got good at it, and he kind of just turned it into a character. All of that, every one of them songs, when you hear that blah, 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 all of that, that's really Spice One. It sounds like another person. Good morning to Aunt Pacino. He said, drop the big head Gary joint. What y'all want to know about Gary, man? What y'all want to know about Gary? I was the first person to post a picture of Gary on the internet. I got the picture from Ears to Christ. I am DC. DC. Gully TV, a.k.a. DC. Distinct content. Remember that. Gully TV, a.k.a. DC. Distinct content. He said, Jay is trash, must be a New Yorker. You don't got to be from New York to like Jay-Z. I don't know about $500,000 situation. I'm not sure. I don't want to believe that. Spice One, Jealous got me strapped with Tupac. Spice had a couple of songs with Tupac. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Spice One told me personally, he said, if Pac had an album out and I wasn't on it, he said I was in jail. Because him and Pac was tight like that when it come to the hip-hop shit. What you think about Casanova sending subliminals to Hove? He wasting his time. Jay-Z ain't in no trouble. He didn't tell Casanova to get in no trouble. Casanova's a fucking crybaby. Casanova, when he turned himself in, he said, I'm a whole gangster. This nigga was beating on his chest, making videos with gorilla masks on. We don't want to hear none of that shit from that nigga. Tell that nigga to shut the fuck up. Crying ass nigga. You making black men look bad. You making black men look bad. All you got is a fucking drug case, nigga. You know what I mean? Little punk Rico shit. Sit in there and eat that shit. You asked for that shit. Nigga doing more crying than 6ix9ine. Just go ahead and tell. 6ix9ine didn't cry. He just told. Go on and tell, man. Go on and tell, my nigga. We already know what the problem is. It ain't been a nigga in history. It ain't been a nigga in history who went to jail with a bitch bad as yours and didn't want to tell. Hey, yo. My nigga, not in history has a nigga with a bitch bad as yours and she public. Every nigga that you know, all your friends, homeboys, all the music executives who was telling you that you was the man, they all trying to stick their dick in your bitch right now. All of them. All of them. Your best friend, they all trying to fuck your cute bitch, my nigga. You dig? You can eat that. You can chalk up the relationship because it's never going to be the same. Somebody done fucked her already. She done fucked already. It's never going to be the same. You should just shut up and eat your time because you're making yourself look bad. You know what I mean? The damage done been done and shit. I don't know a bitch that didn't do no fucking when a nigga go to jail and shit. So, you said, who's his girlfriend? I don't know her name, but I know she bad and shit. I know she bad. I know it's over with. Y'all ain't never been to jail before. You know your bitch get low when you go to jail. Don't do that. He said, your blood homies, your big blood homies. Yeah, everybody trying to fuck that girl. He said, swaggy, jazzy. She already cheated on him during his last bid. They said Jawbreaker is a law-abiding citizen now. I think he own a barbershop or run a barbershop, whatever the case. Somebody told me he's like a Christian or some shit now. He don't want no parts of that. He said Gully was in her DM. That's not how you operate things around here. All you got to do is be dynamic, be the shit. She'll come to you. I ain't gotta get in that bitch DM. All I gotta do is get to the top podcast slot in the United States. She'll come for me. How you feel about Kanye West chilling with AB? It's a nice gesture. He using Antonio Brown for publicity, and AB using him. Damn. He said, "Yep, she sure did cheat on him his first bid." How does information like that get to the public? How do the general public find out about the cheating? She was in my DM years ago, Gully. I noticed she was with Cass and she blocked me. She had jumped on dead dogs. He said, Gully happy about being ranked 900. That's because I'm ranked. You're not ranked at all. You just here hold my nuts for free. One of the worst things, don't have the nerve to be somebody amongst black people. You're gonna have goofy motherfuckers around you like this nigga right here. He thought that was funny. He thought that was funny. Here I am, one person, one brain, and I'm in the top 129 in the United States. Don't you know that there's probably thousands of podcasters in New York State alone? Go to each individual state and you're gonna find hundreds, possibly thousands of podcasters. But I'm 129 in the world. I only been out 3.5, possibly 4 weeks. I'm only gonna buy more jewelry. You only gonna get more frustrated, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna get worse for you and shit. I don't like piece of shit niggas like him. You know what I mean? I don't even have to ask what color he is. He's black. He's black. Black people are the only race of people to try to make a nigga feel bad for having a job. A black person can be unemployed and will make a joke about a nigga going to work at McDonald's. Ain't that a bitch? That's nigga shit. He said he's a pork eater. Nah, he's worse than that. Nobody ever told him he was important. Nobody ever told him that they loved him. They never told him that he was talented. His mom and pops, they probably smokers. My man, if your peoples get high, I won't be surprised. He said, stop being so stereotypical. I couldn't be stereotypical. Y'all ain't never seen a nigga like me before. Where you ever seen a nigga like the dribble before? You another jealous nigga. Y'all ain't never seen nobody like me, ever. Y'all never seen my breed, ever. 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 Y'all haven't. Everything I touch turns to vibranium. The podcast, vibranium. The book. Go look at the reviews on the book. Vibranium. Haitian Jack Speaks, vibranium. You can't win here. He said 814 built different. 814 not built like Jamil. There's nobody in the 814 is built like me, my nigga. I'm Cynthia and John's seed and shit. Ain't nobody else in the 814 built like me. Don't do that. We not doing that. Nah. He said 814 built different. No, they not. It's a bunch of lowlifes in 814. Pieces of shit. Jealous ass niggas and shit. I ain't with that. I'm from German Street. He said, you see that OG on Glaze channel look like you. These niggas can't even afford to look like me, man. Jokes. Jokes, jokes, jokes. He said, drop the Alpo joint. Alpo got a piece. Somebody did a documentary on a rooftop, the club that they used to be partying in. It was depicted on Paid in Full. Somebody interviewed Alpo for that. He's on that. Yeah. South London in the building. The gulliest part of London. I've been there. Shout out to the Brixton Market. We're the only ones that denigrate each other over having education. I believe that word that you just typed, I don't think it's a word. You gotta run that one back, my nigga. Run that one back. I don't think that's a word. Colleen, good morning. He said you rocking the exclusive Marvin Gaye's. I got mine from somebody else. Them joints y'all be seeing me wearing, they old. I got you though. I got you. I got you. Do you think Poe is dead? I heard he's not. I did. The Pillmatic album. Shout out to P.A. Dre. We constructing things. I'm still waiting on a verse from Planet Asia. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. He said, what's up, Gully? Been riding since '06. Smack Days, Shay Davis. Thank you. What do you think about Vlad AZ interview? I don't watch that shit. That whole shit is old. I don't have no interest in that shit. I tapped in with the biggest component in that whole story. It was Alpo. I wrote my book. I got what I needed out of that. I don't care about what them niggas talking about. That shit old, man. That shit old. And I ain't impressed. I ain't impressed by AZ over there. I'm not. He could have gave all that to Doggy Diamonds. Fuck AZ. He could have gave all that to Doggy Diamonds. I don't care if he got paid for it. Money ain't everything. Have some motherfucking class and polish about yourself. He could have gave all that relevant history to a black man. He chose not to. So motherfucking, you dig? You dig? You sell crack and cocaine in our fucking communities and go give your story to the motherfucking white man. He's a fucking cornball. Fuck that old nigga. Fuck him. I'm not impressed by these niggas doing sucker shit. These niggas is older than us. They supposed to set examples. Nigga could have went to Doggy Diamonds, Queens Flip. I won't even put myself in there. Them niggas is from New York. That's a New York story. You feel me? Fuck that country, nigga. You done already been on Vlad. He done already been on Vlad years ago. Nigga done been on Vlad years ago. But you back over there. Looking like a whore. Get the fuck out of here. Travis, I holla at you. Bye. He thought he was gonna get one off. Rapid fire too. I'll zap the shit out of you. From one go getter to another, how would you flip 1K right now? I buy all basketball shorts to flip. My basketball brand, Dribble God Athletics, is doing wonderful, man. I'm the meal ticket and shit. I don't. It's all introspection. Word. Boom, boom, boom. He said he tried to delete the message. Got him up out of here. Do one on Big Ed Hansard or the Brown Brothers. Al Prophet burnt that shit in the ground. Pete Rock trying to sue Nas for unpaid royalties on Illmatic. How can you be my brother and you don't want to pay me? He said he only went because Poe got killed. Yeah, when Poe was alive, he was scared to death. He ain't want no parts of nothing when Poe was alive. Tell you what type of nigga he is. Once Royce sees your Eminem is permanently kicked from the Cypher video, it's only a matter of time before he put on his cape for Eminem. That's how I met Royce. I met Royce the 5'9" because of an Eminem video. He first he gave me, I think, $50 super chat to get my attention. He was writing his chat, and he was like, "Yo, this is Royce," or he text messaged me like, "Yo, this is Royce," and we got the building like that. Royce cool dude and shit. Misunderstood. He said Al Prophet been going crazy though. If that's what you like. She said media been so bland since Poe Little Magic Trick. CC, go ahead and cop up. Any stories from anybody from Delaware that did it big? I didn't even know that it was black people in Delaware all like that. No, I'm fucking with you. I never heard of anything going down in Delaware. I know Philly niggas be out there hustling and shit. I've been here for 83 minutes. That's a little bit over my time. It's time to get to the gym. I hope everybody else does the same. M in my top 5, bro. I ain't trying to talk you out of that. That's your top 5. How do you feel about the state of Ralph Lauren right now? I ain't tripping. Whenever I put it on, I look good. She said, we need a fresh story, though. I hear you. He said, the only black person I know from Delaware was a baseball player named Mike Devereaux. Eminem a real when it's obvious. Womp, womp, womp. Good morning, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. Gully, do you make those Marvin Gaye joints? I wish I knew how to. Nah, I got a couple people I work with. I ain't even let this nigga get all the words out of his mouth. Poof, gone. Jamar, I'll at you. My man Planet Asia be rocking Nautica. Nautica's fly, except to the person that got it on. Anyway, he said Wilmington is more known than Erie, PA. I don't lay no claim for Erie, Pennsylvania. That's a place I was born, my nigga. I'm world famous now. Why would I cling to that? Earth is my turf. I'm a black god. Another lost cornball. Was I supposed to lay some claim to somebody else? Was I supposed to lay some claim to Erie, Pennsylvania? I'm trying to help me out. Was I supposed to lay some claim there? See, that's y'all problem. Y'all be stuck to where the fuck you was born at, and you normally die there. You normally die there without no real accomplishments in life and shit like that. Dumb nigga shit. He said, wow. He said, I'm mad. Why would I be mad? My passport all chopped the fuck up. Every page I turn, it's all scarred up. So why would I be mad about a dumb nigga who never been nowhere? That's another thing that be wrong with black people. Some black people don't know when they a dumb nothing ass nigga and shit. You think we equal because we both looking at each other from different sides of this phone? You think we equal or something? You're a piece of shit. You're a lowlife. You have no education. You got no fucking drive. You got no aspirations. None of that shit. You feel me? He said, thinking small. Yeah, you got to reprogram these niggas. I'm going to tell you something, right? This is the problem, and I'm going to get up out of here. When you come up in the streets, most people claim that they came up in the streets. You learn everything wrong. If you're from the streets, everything that they taught you, everything that you learned, it's 100% wrong. When you get into the real world, you're going to see how 100% wrong. Everything, all the ethics and morals taught in the streets go 100% against general decent society. And if you try to apply the shit that you learned in the streets, you're going to the fucking penitentiary. You're going to the penitentiary, at which point you'll have time to sit down and penitently reflect on your future and shit, and they'll let you out and try it again. You dig? He said, yeah, that nigga who just said that, he was taught that shit by a nigga that he think is thorough and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't. Y'all look up to niggas to take Molly and shit like that, take ecstasy, Molly, sniff cocaine, eat pork, bunch of fucking losers. So I'm not surprised at what type of people are being produced in society and shit. Losers, losers. He said, you promo everything you talk against. I promote what I'm paid to do. You wrong again. I promote what I'm paid to promote. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a walking manifestation of commerce, big business. You know what I mean? I have several things for sale and shit. You should try to imitate or duplicate what I'm doing and shit. You know what I mean? Because I got more going on than your idol. The nigga that you think thorough, the nigga that you think, the guy that taught you whatever you feel that you know, he got nothing on me. You should try to be more like me and less like you. He said, I try to tell my baby dad that shit is really a backwards way of thinking. All that hanging out on the block, standing around, not offering nothing to society. Yes, I'll interview Fat Cat. Beef is just as toxic as pork. Let's speak out against both of them. Gully, you on the sideline, let the players play and fall back and speculate. You ain't no fucking player. You niggas ain't no fucking players. You niggas not getting no fucking money, yo. Like, don't even come here and talk like that to me and shit. I don't even get no sleep building this empire. Player? You don't even know what a player look like. It's not guaranteed you'll make it home from jail. Nah. Interview Southwest T. Nah. Pescatarians are the healthiest in the world. Check the science. I eat a little fish, man. You ain't losing me. You ain't losing me. He said the haters have arrived. Them not haters. Them is lost black men. Them is lost black men. Them niggas don't like black folks. When you see a nigga come in showing his ass to the chat, it's an ignorant black man and shit. What other 40-year-olds brag about being outside? I have no idea. That shit don't even apply to me. He said he was talking about Chili C, the paper chaser. I don't know him. Swag and Kicks, I don't know him. If he got a podcast, he should be over there tending to his business and shit. That's the problem with niggas. Don't y'all notice y'all be asking me about niggas and I be like, I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't be paying no attention to these niggas and shit. I don't be in these niggas' chat rooms and in their comments and shit like that. Shit be garbage. Niggas putting out garbage. Garbage. My man said, who the fuck is Chili C? He must be a fan. I don't know. he in here as opposed to tending to his podcast. He said he play like that. He be having fun in the chats. This ain't for play. This is my job and shit. That sounds quite weird. Grown men be playing online? Grown men be playing online? He said, son in the chat said you ranked 19. My jeweler wouldn't agree with that. My jeweler wouldn't agree with that. Let's put everyone on chill right now. Let's put everyone on chill right now. My jeweler wouldn't agree with that. Chili C. You chilly, but you ain't got no carrots, my nigga. You chilly with 0 carrots, my nigga. I guess it's just cold outside where you at. If I turn chilly, my whole chest gonna be frosted. It's gonna be nut. If I turn chilly, everything on my shirt gonna go look like my shit was dipped in snow and shit. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. He said, thanks for the publicity. You might need it, my nigga. We not trying to hinder your growth, my nigga. We don't even know you. Maybe one day somebody will know you. You need anything else? You need anything else? You want me to direct people to your platform? Tell me where your platform at. I'll direct people, man. I ain't got no problem helping the underprivileged. Just tell me. I would have did that from jump, my nigga. See, that's a problem with niggas. Retardation. Can't communicate. He said he got a lot of mixtapes. Womp, womp, womp. Roscoe Pico Chain got life and Pretty Ugly live in Cali, I think. Happy New Year's to you, too. He said, thank you for the publicity. Ain't nobody trying to stop your growth, clown. Get your goofy ass up out of here. Y'all see how these niggas come here and greet me? He don't say peace like everybody else. That was his way of getting noticed this morning. He says, Chili C presents Chopping Game Radio on Impart Audio, Apple, everywhere. There you go. There you go. You need anything else? You're no threat. Murder 100. I'm Gully TV. At I am Gully TV _. Joe Mule Trucking. one of my long-time supporters. Hey, Chili C, you see what I got? Hey, Chili C, I gave you some publicity, some marketing, and somebody gave me $20. You see how that worked out? Everybody got something. Everybody got something. Well, I'll be damned. He said, just give Chili C an interview. No, got to pay for that. Murder, murder. I'm at I am Gully TV _ Anybody know how K Slade doing? I heard he's off the ventilator. Mint Game Network, peace. My man Swag and Kicks said, can y'all check out my beats? I'm up out of here, man. Good morning to everybody. Super chatters, y'all did y'all thing. Joe Mule, you inspired me. You was one of the people that inspired me to do the podcast. So I got them 50-minute videos for y'all over there on all streaming podcast platforms. Check it out. I'm up out of here. Peace to the gods. One.